What up, everybody? It's your boy Agent, and I'm back once again. Football season is upon us. We talked about it. We back giving you guys daily, as we all know. You know I like to do. We're here to talk about my Pittsburgh Steelers. Sorry I haven't get to really talk to them about the preseason, but the preseason kind of drags, and we get the same old nonsense. We're ready to go. That being said, the Steelers wrapped up their preseason this past weekend against the Detroit Lions. I was able to go to the game, so I'll put some footage in this video and show you guys. I know it was only preseason, but every time they come to my hometown of Detroit, I gotta see them play, even though I knew the starters wouldn't be playing that much. But with that being said, get to the game. Russell Wilson starts the game, goes 2 for 2 on his first drive. Cordero Patterson has a 31-yard touchdown. In that game, no Najee Harris, no Jalen Warren, as we all know. So, he took him out. Justin Fields played a few series up until about a little over 9 minutes left in that second quarter and led a touchdown drive. So nothing special. George Pickens played a series or two. Van Jefferson played a little bit. Minkah played a little bit. No TJ Watt in this game. Nick Herbig was a stud in this game. A couple sacks. He had a forced fumble. Dean Lowry had the fumble recovery. But I like what I'm gonna see from Nick Herbig in the second season with that depth, so he can help out Highsmith and TJ Watt get some rest and get a blow early so they can be productive. I think he has a great second year. Keanu Benton is gonna be a stud, man. He's turned into a superstar. Even this year we're gonna see it. So didn't take away too much. The thing I'm a little concerned about, Broderick Jones played okay. He was at right tackle, Dan Moore at left tackle. The offensive line played in this game. They did okay, did solid. But I'm a little concerned right now for Broderick Jones. I know he said he's been battling the elbow injury, but we don't really know if it's serious or if it's not serious. And he's come out and said he doesn't know if he's going to play right tackle, left tackle. In my sense, we drafted him as a franchise tackle, so he has to be on the left side. I'm not a big Dan Moore fan. I know Troy Fautanu is hurt right now. We don't know the status or how long he's going to be out. Hopefully, it gets updated soon. But in a perfect world, like I said, I would love to put Broderick at left. Let's get his confidence going. I think his confidence is a little shook. He doesn't know what to do. You don't want to kill that because this is a guy I've been high on. He's kind of struggled a little bit through this preseason on and off right now. So there's plenty of questions to be answered with that. We're going to see what's going to happen. But hopefully, we get an update soon on how long Trey Fautanu is going to be there. I seen him at the game. He had a knee brace on the sideline. I put a couple pictures of the sideline. Got to see some of my favorite guys sit on the sideline and got to watch them play. But nothing too crazy from a takeaway. I think most of the guys that's supposed to make the team will make the team. One thing I'm expecting to see from the Steelers possibly going into the season is playing a 3-safety look with Deshaun Elliott, Damontae Casey, and Minkah Fitzpatrick. I believe Minkah's going to have a breakout year and get back to himself. Now let's go to the burning question in the room, and that is who plays quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. It's obviously, in my opinion, going to be Russell Wilson. He played one drive, let it. Justin Fields has stated his case, done everything he can, even with Russell Wilson kind of working his way back from that so-called calf injury. I just believe right now that Justin Fields is the second guy. Mike Tomlin even said he's going to name a quarterback by the end of this work week. So whenever that is, he decides to do it. But it's going to be Russell Wilson, in my opinion. I see no other way around. I know a lot of people want Justin Fields, but mind you, somehow, some way, Justin Fields will get a lot of rest this year. Even if Russell Wilson can get hurt, I still believe in what they have at the quarterback position, and it's anything better than what we had these last few years after Big Ben retired with Mason Rudolph, Mr. Trubisky, and aforementioned Kenny Pickett. But we'll see what happens. It's just a thing. And another thing I'm worried about is this receiver position. Now let's get to it. Roman Wilson was great his first week or so in camp, and he gets hurt. He said it wasn't serious, but I believe it's a high ankle sprain. He's been out a few weeks now. High ankle sprain, as we all know, can be however long you want it to last. It can be a couple weeks, can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. You never know. You just gotta see how the ankle responds to treatment. You gotta work your way back in because it almost feels broken. But he started to run a little bit, but he hasn't got super integrated with the offense yet. And with that being said, today the Steelers cut that roster. They cut that roster down. A guy who was on the edge of making the roster was Thomas Graham. He was ended up cutting. So that tells me Beanie Bishop, undrafted free agent out of West Virginia, is going to make the team, and he's going to be a slot nickel guy. Maybe they bring another guy in, but he's proven to make the team. So that's a good sign. As we all know, Cam Sutton's going to be suspended for the first half of the season after the charges he had in Florida after getting cut by the Detroit Lions. So we definitely need some nickel guys. And then the biggest question I talked about is receiver right now. On this roster right now, they cut Quez Watkins and they cut Dez Fitzpatrick. I thought Dez Fitzpatrick had a chance to make the roster. I thought Quez probably would make the roster. Got some speed. So that right now, that leaves the Steelers with Calvin Austin, Van Jefferson, Scotty Miller, and George Pickens, and Roman Wilson. We need a guy who's going to complement George Pickens at this too. I like Van Jefferson. But I think at his best, his high floor, high ceiling, he is a number 3 receiver. But he's had a good camp, a really, really good camp, and I think he's going to be productive for the Steelers. But we got to find a way to add another receiver. I don't think the Brandon Ayuk thing's happening. Tim Patrick just signed with the Detroit Lions, so I thought the Steelers had a good shot. Maybe there's another guy out there who they can get. I'm looking at a guy like John Mechie. I know he's on the smaller side, but he adds some speed. A guy who I think can really help the Steelers out, can block. I think the Texans will be willing to get one of the receivers, whether it's him, Noah Brown, who's super, super physical. I'm a big fan of him. Even Xavier Hutchinson, he's a bigger guy. They have a lot of receivers and a lot of mouths to feed, and I don't think they can keep all those guys. But we'll see what happens. The season is a week and a half away, man. This is the kind of the bye week before they get the prepping for game week. But we got a lot of decisions, a lot of things to figure out before they go and travel to Atlanta to play the Atlanta Falcons. A lot of questions need to be answered, but I think this is going to be a good season for this team. We got a lot of things to get figured out. Hopefully the offense can get in sync. Like I said, I liked what they seen in that final preseason game. Offensive line gets to get in sync, and the Broderick Jones thing, like I said, has to get figured out. And add some talent. I expect them to add a receiver before this week is up, and like I said, I'm not going to give my hopes up about the Brandon Ayuk thing. It's just been a saga for these last 3-4 weeks, and we'll see what happens where it goes. But it's gonna be a long season. I'm excited. So have the Steelers, but I'll be back soon. Talk some more Steelers talk. But I want to give you guys my update and my thoughts on the cuts. Like I said, nothing really surprising besides the Quez Watkins and the Dez Fitzpatrick thing. So receiver is a big question and a big need right now. George Pickens is gonna have a breakout year, I believe. 1,300 yards, 7-8 touchdowns. So see, this offense has to be better. I need to see what Arthur Smith does with guys with it. But I think of Jaylen Warren, he said he should be ready to go for week 1, but we'll see. And if he's not healthy, we can go with Cordell Patterson and Najee Harris. I'm totally fine with that. I think Cordell adds some explosiveness to this offense. Find a way to get him the ball. So we'll see what happens. But we'll talk more as we get closer to Atlanta. But I just want to give you guys my thoughts and give you back and say we're back with the Steelers, man. Here we go. Another great season approaching. But just want to give you my thoughts. Hey, it's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.